Hello, everyone. This week again, I have Izzard. Say hi, Izzard.
Hello.
Right, so as you've probably already spotted from the video, there's no FortressCraft footage this week. I got sent to the Microsoft Development Conference, Game Fest. This pretty much means I've not had any time to do any exciting FortressCraft work. The main thing that's happened is we've got some more sound effects in, which we're really missing. On top of that, it's been bug fixing, really, more than anything else. So it's getting there. Performance is getting good. Its stability is good. So I'll say this at the beginning of the video, so hopefully people will spot it. The plan is, and I emphasize this is the current plan, if all goes well, I'm expecting to get it into peer review this Saturday, which is the 23rd of July. That is dependent on not finding any major bugs, which sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't. But it's pretty good now. Workshop code should be in. Split screen code will be in, but will come with a big dialog box that says, if you activate this and it crashes, don't tell me about it. I know. So we'll kind of see how that goes. What else? So Game Fest was kind of interesting. Some good stuff there, mostly not. I think the most interesting thing is I ran into a lot of people I know from the industry, having been in it for way too fucking long. And I also ran into some nice people from 4J Games, which was kind of funny.
Who are 4J Games?
4J Games are currently doing a port of quite a famous indie game to the Xbox.
Ah, I see.
So I was like, you're from 4J Games? Yes. You're doing the Minecraft port? Yes. I'm DJ Arcus. And he's like, huh? And I did FortressCraft, he's like, oh. He didn't quite know how to react. I wasn't gonna. But we just had a chat about just about the fact that they've got an enormous responsibility, and if they screw that up, people are going to be annoyed.
Poison chalice.
Yes, but I wish them all the best of luck. So all of the people who again, people have said, oh, you should give Minecraft credit. I do, and within the industry, I mean, again, I'm still getting lots of people screaming, oh, Notch should sue you. I hope you die. Within the industry, there's not that much competition between developers. It feels more like everyone versus producers, or everyone versus the public, maybe everyone versus game. So we had a chat. I wish them the best of luck, and it was kind of nice to run into them. It's just interesting seeing them at an Xbox conference. So although I've got my laptop with me wherever I go, it's at this point I can't really be messing about with FortressCraft code on my computer, because if I screw it up, I'm going to have to fix it back on the Xbox. So at this point, I will only be doing Xbox FortressCraft code when I'm on the Xbox. But what I can do is I can do my other little projects. I've always got a few background projects, and one of them is Tactics Forever. So, Tactics Forever has been in development about a year, and this is the Xbox version of a game I've been developing for quite a long time. So, Si, you've no clue what this is. You've never seen this before at all, have you?
No, I have. That's not quite true. I've seen it before, and I know that people go gaga over it, and I've just not played it myself, and so I've not sort of experienced it firsthand. It needs explaining to me. Okay,
so let's sort of take you roughly. So you, the concept is that you build a spaceship out of physics parts. Oh, that's going to be quite loud. You build a spaceship out of physics parts. I'll turn the volume down on that one. And you then kind of watch it go. So it's a little bit Pokemon, maybe, a little bit black and white, a little bit sort of...
It's like barcode battlers. Yeah,
that good example, absolutely. So we'll build a spaceship. We'll just build a really basic spaceship. So yeah, there we go. So I've just built a very, very simple spaceship, and it looks kind of rubbish. So we'll give it a name, and we'll call this... I can go... So this all works. So this uses the Xbox Dash normally. So what you see here, I've built a spaceship, and we have to make sure that my spaceship isn't actually completely useless. Interestingly, there we go. So what is happening here is my spaceship, the good ship Lollipop, is testing that it works against the drone.
Basic tests.
Yeah, excitingly, my spaceship is so terrible. There we go. He's actually managing it.
I think you should point out, correct me if I'm wrong here, but you're not controlling the ship.
That's correct. So you don't actually directly control the spaceship. So as you can see here, I can tweak the different stats on the ship and set up however I want.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah. So the trick is the idea that I've built a spaceship there. That spaceship is valid. It's not very good, but it's valid. So what I can do now is I can back out and I can go into the ladder screen, and I can see here that I can fight against any of the other ships in the system. So these are all the playtesters' ships. So there's my one, the good ship Lollipop. It's not played any matches. It's got a 0% win percentage. So this will make Andrew happy. So I'm sure Andy's watching. So I'll fight against Andy's ship. So we'll assume that Andy's one of my friends. This screen has avatars on it, and you don't get to see that. And that shows you the awards your ship has won. So this is my ship on the left versus Andy's completely terrible. Oh, maybe it's not like it because I've got fraps installed. It's running at 30 frames a second, not 60, and the physics don't really like that. So it's like,
you know what else this is like? It's like Robot Wars.
Is a bit like Robot Wars, yeah. Only you don't control it. So, but what the interesting thing is about this is it's quite hard to explain when it's your ship fighting. Trust me, you're on the edge of your seat. You're watching it going, come on. And because I've designed my ship to be quite wide, it's got full frontal firepower. I've not bothered aiming in different directions. So I won that match. Go me. I'll then receive some experience points. So if we go back, we'll go into the status screen. Not with that, but I won't.
And you know from doing this at LAN parties on a projector that it's a great spectator game as well.
Yeah, well, the playtesters, I sent them a build of this, like the FortressCraft playtesters, just saying, hey, have a look at it. And they loved it, absolutely loved it. So as we can see here, I need 400 XP to level 2. So let's actually retweak my ship. So my ship, it's a bit rubbish. So I'm going to aim the engines that way. That should help it spin a bit better. I'm going to put a bit more... put a bit more armor there and there. And I think I can afford a couple more guns. So now it's got some angled weapons and some more guns. And yeah, I'm happy with the name. The idea is that you sort of iterate your ships. So I saw how my ship fought. It was a little bit overseas. So now you can see it's probably I've ever done it. So it's not steering so quickly, but it's a more stable system. So everything runs on physics. That's a complete pile of shit.
So refactoring.
Yeah, but the idea is that you don't quite know how it's going to be because there's so many variables involved in this because of all the physics, all the bits and everything. So you see, you don't quite know how it's going to go. That's pretty good. So once I get a broadside on, that's not bad, but it's not very manoeuvrable due to having me built it wrong. But it's all physics-based, and it's really quite cool. So in a second, I'll cheat and I'll unlock a whole bunch of stuff and show you a much bigger... Actually, no, we can go into the drones, we can go into the combat stuff. So we can see a few of the other testers' ships. So part of the idea is that you'll log on once every probably 24 hours and you'll look at your status report. And I can see that since my last log on, there have been, there's 71 ships in the system, 17 players. And the idea is that you log on every day and you see how your ship has been fighting against other people's ships. So you don't necessarily actually sit there and you can just check it for 5 minutes a day. So the idea is if you want to earn XP, you hit the auto fight button and it picks a random pair of ships and it fights them. And the idea is that to earn XP, you fight random pairs of ships. So you can see these ones not very well balanced.
So is there a central server then?
No, I mean, I'm not allowed central servers on indie games. I've got to do the whole thing by peer-to-peer.
Is that how it's doing it then? Is it passing the whole leaderboard around?
Sort of. It kind of passes parts of the leaderboard around. So this is the part, but that requires people to be running servers. So here's the point of what we're doing now. Right now, this is being a server. So it's currently farming out all the different fights, all the ships. And this means that your ship will be simulated by other people remotely. Does that make sense?
That's very clever, that. You're a clever bugger.
So the idea is that it's not quite like anything else at all. There's a few games that are a little bit similar. If you've got a PC and you've not played Captain forever, play it. It's brilliant. Really cool. It's like a real-time version. It's like this meets Asteroids. Amusingly, I didn't even know it existed, despite the identical name, until someone at a LAN was playing this, and they're like, "Oh, have you played Captain Forever?" I was like, "I've never even heard of Captain Forever." But it's the same idea. So this all goes back to a game called Warning Forever, where the ships evolve, and it's kind of cool.
Might have to have a look at that later.
Yeah, so the idea is that this will come out sometime after Chapter 1.1. When, I don't know. But this year, this is one of Andy's famous spinny round ships with bright pink missiles.
Just to go back to what I was saying about it being a good spectator sport, have you ever, since FortressCraft and the whole new audience that you've got, have you ever spoken about why it's called Projector Games?
No, but we did receive an email asking to get Projector Games to a LAN the other day, and I laughed, going, "Wow, yes, we'd love to." We haven't done a Projector Games event in a long time. We're doing one next week, actually. We're at a place called LANOps. But no, I haven't really. I should probably actually sort of talk a bit more about that. No one's even asked why I've got such a completely mental name.
We should just explain the genesis of Projector Games. It's always been about playing games with other people, and it was called Projector Games because there were lots of games written by you and with help from other people to play on a big screen, i.e. on a projector, at LAN parties or any kind of get-together. And they were unique, weren't they? Because they were played by plugging in lots and lots of controllers into one system, one machine running the game on one screen, everyone with their own controller plugged into that same one box and appearing on the same game screen and playing together.
Yeah.
Not a network game, but a massive multiplayer game where you're all staring at the same screen. And that was a unique idea that we found people really loved, because instead of all playing on a LAN where you're all staring at your own little screen, you're actually all gathered around the same thing.
Well, that's where...
adds a whole layer of fun to it.
Yeah. Well, that's where this came from, because on this one, you edit it on your local computer, but if you want to watch the fight, you have to go up onto the projector screen and watch it. So, I mean, that's where Tactics originally came from, was a different take on the Projector Games idea.
Right, and I've seen this played where people are sitting there feverishly editing their ships and then submitting them, and then they would appear on the big screen for everyone to watch the fight.
Yeah. I tell you what I would love to do if I ever get some time is to write an iPad client for this, so you actually get to design it on the iPad or iPod or iPhone, and then hit go up onto the main projector. That'd be kind of cool.
Mm.
So, yeah, so it's a bit quiet this week. As I said, I haven't really had time, but the testers have been testing it quite religiously. This is FortressCraft. It's been quite religious testing, so it's actually not too bad right now. And yeah, so it's all going well. I'll probably do some more tactics for videos, just because we're getting a lot of ships now, and it's very cool to see what people come up with. The ships are very customizable, by the way. You can rotate and color every single piece in the game, and you can really come up with some crazy stuff. That's pretty much it. We're probably actually quite short this week. People keep telling me too long.
Is that everything you wanted to talk about?
Yes, that's everything. We're getting organised. So those of you who've been from that, we are trying to get organised and actually get through everything rather than go, what is it? So yeah, but quite quiet this week. I'm away next week at Develop, so if you're in Brighton and you want to come to the Develop conference, we're there. We'll be meeting with the Indie City guys, who are releasing. It's like Steam for indie games. So that is that's going on next week. So I'm meeting with them and talking, possibilities through there. And I get back on Friday, and hopefully the playtesters won't have found anything majorly wrong with the previous build, and then we can consider going for peer review this coming weekend. Fingers crossed. Other than that, it's goodbye from me.
You don't want to joke?
Okay. I was going to do the two Ronnies, but go for it if you've got a joke.
Okay, so a slug is robbed by two snails, and he reports it to the police, and the police ask him, well, tell us about it, what happened? And he says, I'm not really sure, it all happened too fast. Come on, that's funny.
I think my favourite one is there's a snail going along and a slug in the other direction. And the slug goes to the snail. Big issue, sir. Because snails have their home on their back. And Size just quit out of Skype. So we'll leave it there. I'll let this fight finish. Let us know what you think. Again, tactics is the way off. And I'm I'm trying to do the same thing as I have done with FortressCraft. You guys get to see this and go, this game really needs rabbits, catapults, donkeys, whatever. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments. And I'll see you next week. And with a bit of luck, and it is going to need some luck, we will get some information about the peer review. I'm really hoping it's going to be this week. So I'll just let this battle finish. I'm pretty sure the one on the left is knackered.
That's awesome. My Wi-Fi died.
I know, it's okay. I've said goodbye for you.
Cool.
Just waiting for this battle to finish. There's hundreds of missiles all coming towards that poor little ship, who's not going to last much longer. It's actually, well, one thing I will say, I don't know, I think probably Si can't see this now, but it's quite addictive just watching other people's ships just do stuff, because it's you never quite know what it's going to do. But there you go. Take care, guys. See you again next week.
Ciao.